We on here early today. Good morning, good morning. I will be on here for 2 hours. Y'all know typically my videos go between 3 and 3.5 hours, so I will have to end it at 8:30. But we here for now, so we're going to see how far we get. I'm not going to rush through the readings to like try to fit everybody in. We're just going to take our time, and I'll finish the rest later. But we're going to go in order today, this morning. So the last video we went backwards. If anybody is wondering the way that I do it, I'll go Aries through Pisces, and that means that the next video will be Pisces through Aries, so I can reach every sign. And the late signs don't always have to wait. My voice is shaky. I'm still trying to get myself together, guys, so please bear with me. And I really need to not talk for like a week, but it is what it is. I wanted to build my channel, so we're here. But good morning to y'all. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully everything's going good for y'all today. It's very early where I'm at. It's only 6:30 Central. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm on here earlier than I normally am. But we're going to start with Aries today. I don't have like no general spiritual message or nothing like that. Okay. So we're going to get started with my Aries folks. Put y'all at 2 minutes. I already posted one video giving a disclaimer. If y'all ever, let me make the disclaimer in this video, because if y'all ever disagree with the readings, first of all, I don't know every single person of every single zodiac sign. It is general. All right. If I pull cards and the cards are holding you accountable, that is your reading. I'm never going to change your reading to make it fit. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, so-and-so is jealous of you. Somebody's putting witchcraft on you. This person's after you. This person's manipulating you. If you're the issue, you're the issue in your reading. And I do it for every sign. I do it for my zodiac sign. You can ask them. They watch. I would hear, oh, that's so-and-so. That's somebody else. That's not me. I don't care. I don't care who it is. Don't argue with me. Cards are cheap, y'all. You might get an expensive deck every now and again that's like $40 or something like that. You can get tarot cards for like $20 off Amazon. If you disagree with me, learn how to do your own tarot, get your own cards. I don't know what to tell you. It is literally free to make your own platform. I have platforms all over the place. I'm on YouTube, Kick, TikTok, WAP. You can do Twitch. You guys can do your own platform. So that's the disclaimer I'm going to give. If you don't agree with the reading, my day will go on accordingly. I don't care. Okay? I promise you. I cannot stress it enough. And if we want to throw some zodiac energy in there, just to clarify, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't care. I probably being nice. If we want to keep it a buck, I'm being nice in these readings sometimes. So just please, I don't care. All right, so that's the disclaimer before you watch, and I'm going to timestamp that disclaimer, because this is not love and light and fairies and your soulmate is this person and your ex wants you back. I'm not here to feed those illusions. That's not what we do here. This is to change your life, change your path, fix things that you got issues with. That's the purpose. If you don't want to hear that, you're the only one responsible for changing what you need to change. That's it. All right. So, Aries is first. We're going to go in order today. Again, I do have to leave at 8:30, so I probably will not be able to finish all the signs. So just letting you know, I won't be able to finish everybody's sign in this video, but I'll be back. So I will be back. So don't worry. All right, Aries. I will be back later to finish. Make sure y'all like the live for me. I appreciate y'all. I keep forgetting to turn off this AI summary on TikTok. It's kind of odd. Because it don't always be right, but... All right, y'all. Let's see. So what's the scenario? What's the most important energy for my Aries right now? What's the most important situation for the Aries? All right, angel. So this could be a Sagittarius. All right, you may have Sag placements. You may be a Sagittarius rising or moon or something like that. You may be related to a Sagittarius, working with them, so on and so forth. So that is the situation at hand. This can also be, if it's not a person outside of you, this could be an energy of you learning how to be tempered and have patience. Okay. So let's see. So what about angel energy? All right, spirituality. They're taught now. Sagittarius rules that energy within the zodiac. It's a spiritual awakening or expanding your horizons, or literally it rules the different types of religions and things like that. So any type of religion that you subscribe to, that is what Sagittarius represents, like other people's cultures and things like that. All right, let's see. So what role do you play in this scenario? Again, I'm a Sag. This is, some people may refer to this as spiritual. All right, so what role do you play here, Aries? What role do you play here? Okay, knowledge. So you have information. All right, you already know something. Hold on, guys. Let me move this real quick. There we go. All right. Oh, these flipped, but that's too many. That was like 4 cards. All right, so let's see. What do you have knowledge of here? What do you have knowledge of? Or what do you know? Now, also what I'll say is when I pull this card, sometimes it's a reminder. If you feel like you don't know how to do something or you feel like a little lost, you do have the information. If you feel like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this, the information is available for you. It's something that you can find, all right? All right, what do you have knowledge of here? What are you knowledgeable about? Ooh. What are you knowledgeable about? Okay, transition. So you know about somebody changing their mind or changing locations, literally somebody moving. All right, what is the starting point? Let's see. What's the starting point? So I guess this could be, hey, good morning. This could be about the Sagittarius, I'm assuming, because that is the center here. All right, so what is the starting point? So you know transition. You have knowledge about transition. All right, innovation and transitioning to what? Now, this could be you. You know how to... Okay, defiance. What? Okay, so you know that something starts off being innovative, creative, or somebody could be able to manipulate a scenario that's going to turn into hate or jealousy or breaking some sort of rules or regulations. I feel like if there's something that you normally do all the time, it normally works, don't do it that way this time. You're going to have to do something different. Okay, what is the rule that we're breaking with defiance here? What are we going against? Okay, skill. So it could be a Libra. What was being created before? Somebody's going against a Libra. A blockage. Oh, okay. So you could be witnessing this. Like maybe you're like, yeah, that created a blockage. I feel like you watch somebody block someone. And since this is the center of the reading, I guess it's a Sagittarius is what I'm assuming. So what created a blockage here? And then we're going to see what was blocked out. Okay, healing, some type of repetitive cycle. All right, what was that? This could also be like literally a doctor. All right, hold on. What is it blocking? We'll see. And now somebody's going against that. Okay, rebellion. Interesting reading. Let me see what other energy you're supposed to be in. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment on the hair. These braids coming out, y'all. I can't wait to take them out. I miss my pixie cut so much. Okay. What energy should you be in with what you know here, Aries? Mood. Okay. So first of all, if you know that something creates a blockage, ignore that advice. Okay, like you know that something's going to block you or stop you from moving forward or creating what you need to do. Ignore that info. I'm also getting to mood is kind of like minding your emotions. Something might trigger you, make you sad, bother you, but I feel like if that's your advice, you're supposed to feel it so that you can fix the issue. Let's see what might trigger you. Thanks for the repost. Welcome, y'all. These are general. If you're watching me on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube timestamped, and we are currently on Aries. What might trigger your emotions here, Aries? Change. Yeah, okay. Let's clarify what this is. So it's basically like you know that something has changed. You know that something's moving on. Literally, something was creating a blockage. We moved away from that. We can't allow that to create a blockage anymore. And I feel like in the midst of that, somebody has to go against another individual or go against certain rules and regulations. I feel like too, if there's like instructions or something that's given, I'm not saying the instructions are wrong, but they kind of only work sometimes. Like those instructions are valid only sometimes. It's not very accurate. Something's not very accurate. Okay, let's see what else. So I feel like that's what's going on. So if you're being given advice and you pull mood, you might have to ignore something in this scenario because it's not accurate advice or it's not giving it to you step by step. This could be in anything, guys. Anything. All right, so you got the Five of Pentacles. I kept seeing that. The Seven of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Hangman. This is all about perspective as well, but I feel like there's a group of people looking for something, but they're looking in the wrong direction. All right, you can be dealing with a Pisces as well with the Hangman. There's the Four of Swords. You got the Lovers is Gemini, the Ten of Cups, and then the Six of Pentacles. I feel like, too, there's a perspective on what makes somebody happy. That could be why you're supposed to be in mood. There could be something that you thought made you happy here, and it's not. Because I feel like people are looking for happiness, and they get there and realize that that may not be it. Let's see what else. What are people looking for in the Seven of Cups? Literally, vision. So this could be like fantasizing, trying to come up with a plan here. What role do you play down in these 8 cards? True. So something that you have truth. You can see something. It's almost like everybody else is confused and you're not. What do you see the truth about here? And then we'll see what the truth is. And you have mood. Yeah, fluidity. It's like that's what's going to bother you. Something is going to change. You see the truth about fluidity. So something is going to be either stagnant or right now there could be a regret. Like something's not always going to be happy. Like you see the truth about ebbs and flows here. I feel like too, we can't listen to something logical right now because this is air. Skill is like Libra, it's air. So I'm not going to say something can't be planned, but you have to be able to go with the flow or something like that. What else is the truth about fluidity? People view something too logically. Okay, we got inspiration and courage. Okay. Yeah, intuition. So if these are people, it could be an Aquarius telling somebody to have the courage to follow their intuition, or somebody is inspired to trust themselves. Let's see what inspires somebody here. So this could be why angel and spirituality is the center of the reading. All right, literally, I am a Sagittarius. I always tell people to follow their own intuition. So it could be that simple. But let's see. So what's going to inspire somebody to... I'm also getting to... When you have innovation and blockage, something creating a block, somebody turns into like, okay, I'm not going to listen to that. That's blocking me. That's stopping me. That's why intuition is here. So what's inspiring you or someone else to follow your intuition? determination or focus. So this looks like all about, we got vision here. It's like somebody was focused on something and that made them real skill. If these are people, somebody was like, I'm going to study what this Libra is doing. I'm going to listen to this Libra. And then they end up realizing, wait, I have to trust myself, right? Or if somebody is studying something, there's still an element of intuition. If somebody is studying how they've done something in the past, or like all of the decisions that they made or the choices that they made, they're going to realize at times that they followed their own gut instincts, or they made the choice for themselves. Those were the best decisions. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that you can never listen to other people. But especially when it comes to life decisions or goals and things like that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to trust yourself, or kind of do your own research in a way and see what works for you. All right, so what is this person's intuition telling them to do here? So they're, okay, I'm right, or whatever. All right, what is this person's intuition telling them? Oh, yeah, finesse. Yeah, see, innovation and blockage. They know that something's not going to work. They know that something is a trick. They may even know that something is intentionally causing a block. What is the intended? Something's intentional. Something's not right. So somebody knows that something's kind of off now. If you're in mood and change, I did mention that yesterday. You guys' reading was, you were expecting something to stay the same, or expecting something to be repetitive. So I feel like now that's like transferring over to the morning. You're going to realize something has ebbs and flows. It's going to change. It's not going to stay the same. What was your, let's see if, energy can change. Everybody's not the same. So let's see what is the intention here with finesse? You got knowledge. That's your energy. Okay. What actually is going to occur here? You plan to know. And then self-esteem. So maybe you think you're going to know what's going to happen, or this could also be like somebody comes off knowledgeable and then they're not. What triggers somebody's what happened? Oh shit, my computer died. I was like, wait, why that cut off? Hold on, y'all. Sorry to the people on Kick. It was only 2 of them. Hold on, let me plug that in. All right, but it's basically like somebody expects to always know or always have the information, but they don't, and that's okay. So I feel like if you're constantly depending on somebody else, that is going to inspire somebody to follow their intuition. Let's see. So what might trigger somebody's self-esteem here? What don't they know? Yeah, healing. I said that that's going to block something out. All right. What's the outcome here for you, Aries? And then we're going to do Taurus. What's the outcome here for you? Shout out to Bora Bora. Okay, that's cool. All right, so peace. What are you going to be at peace with? You have mood and peace. Resistance and luck. You don't like the way an opportunity is going, or you don't like the way something is going. What is the opportunity here, though? Yeah, I said, perspective on self-esteem. Let me clarify that really quick. What is the intended outcome with knowledge? At the 10 of Pentacles. What's actually going to occur with self-esteem here? Literally, I'm getting like somebody's like, everybody should know, or something like that. Let's see. Okay, the 3 of Wands. So if somebody's expecting to be surrounded by groups of people, I do have a lot of people in these cards, or they're expecting something to go a certain way, they're going to have to wait longer. All right, they're going to have to wait for a certain outcome. Yeah, we got the 9 of Pentacles. I'm also getting to somebody expects, I don't know if this is about like marriage or teamwork or teaming up together. That's not going to happen. Somebody's going to do something solo. All right, they're going to do it by themselves. Okay. That's interesting. Interesting reading. The center of it was still Sagittarius, but I didn't really pull their energy in the other cards, so I guess I should have clarified, but oh wells. Did they end my little stream, y'all? Hold on. I gotta refresh. That was Aries. I do have to leave at 8:30. I'll come back, so I will not be able to finish every sign. I'm letting y'all know. If you're one of the later signs, yeah, I'll be back. But all right, so let's see. Taurus is up next, y'all. If you're watching me on TikTok, I'm up on YouTube as well, y'all. This will be time-stamped by zodiac sign. We do switch back and forth. So, like, today I'm going in order. That means tomorrow I will go backwards. For my late signs, I'll start with Pisces. If y'all want personal readings, you guys subscribe to the WAP. Or if you catch me live, you can do $5 Cash App readings. I will also say, please, TikTokers, there's the most scammers on TikTok. Do not get scammed on TikTok, please. It is a crazy platform. I will never DM you. I will never say I'm going to do readings for you or do spell work on you or anything like that. Please do not get scammed. And my name is the same on all my platforms. I would, YouTube is my favorite, so please subscribe to that as well. All right, so let's see. What's the scenario surrounding my Tauruses? What's the energy surrounding the Tauruses here? Okay, mood. This was the advice that we gave the Aries. All right. Could be a regret or ignoring something. We could be regretting something, being sad. But this is about controlling emotions or controlling sadness here. What might have us in a bad mood real quick? Peace. Okay, so this looks like Aries reading. This looks more so like ignoring something to me. Yeah, peace and emotions. All right, so somebody has to literally, you have to make peace with your emotions. Do not ignore them. Pay attention to how you're feeling, but you're going to have to manage that correctly. Now, this could be a situation where there's multiple individuals involved. One person is upset that another person is at peace with their emotions. But I feel like don't ignore how you feel, but go about it in a certain way so that you're not having an emotional outburst. This could be somebody around you, of course. But what other role do you play here, Taurus? Let's see. Thank y'all for following, by the way. What role do you play here, Taurus? Okay, mystery. This was your energy yesterday. When I get mystery, I'm not going to, like, if it's something that you actually need to hide, I'm not going to share it online because people cross-watch for other signs. So your reading may be short because of that. But first of all, what energy should you be in before mystery? What energy should you be in, Taurus? Okay, voice. Yeah, you got voice, respect is your card, and then ambition. I feel like you're like, I've repeated myself multiple times. That might be what you're thinking. But I feel like you actually need to say something out loud. Let's see what you're hiding, and then if it's, something that needs to be hidden, I won't say it. But what are you keeping to yourself with mystery, Tauruses? Okay. The best way I could say it is like you keep thinking about something over and over again. So maybe somebody keeps repetitively saying something to you. I feel like you need to speak up. And I will say, whenever I'm using this hip hop deck, these are two decks together. So if you were supposed to keep something to yourself, it would have come out again, or like, you know, something similar like resistance or something like that. But let's see. So what's 8 cards? So there's one individual here. This came out in the Aries reading. That was the result, was the waiting part, the self-esteem part. So there's somebody's waiting for information to come in, or they're waiting to see what to do next. You got the Page of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles. So you do have somebody teaching it here. It looks like somebody is younger. If there's any children around, I would listen to this child. But this person is talking to a group of people here. So somebody's sharing the information, and then they kind of... Okay, wait. I feel like one individual is giving somebody information. They're like, hey, you know, they're like telling these people, beware of this person. This person is kind of out to get you. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah, the Magician, the 10 of Cups. It looks like somebody is warning another individual or warning other people that they're getting manipulated. That's what this looks like to me. And then you have the 4 of Cups. Here's mood. So I feel like somebody does not want to hear that, though. It's going to... This is a reading of like... Somebody's going to get annoyed at the fact like, hey, you know, I'm letting you know, like, this is manipulation. This isn't a good idea. So it looks like somebody's like against you or something. All right, so let's see. What role do you play in these 8 cards, Taurus? And then we'll see what the Magician is real quick. What somebody's manipulating people to do. Oh, finesse. Okay. So that's was in the Aries reading. Okay. So a plan... This plan may not be working. All right, what are you trying to do here, Taurus? I feel like if you're trying to do so now, the finesse card again is 7 of Swords. Don't take offense. I already gave y'all the disclaimer. I don't care. But if you get the 7 of Swords or finesse, 9 times out of 10, that plan may not work. Because the Magician to me is innovation. That actually, something is actually able to work here. But with finesse, you may need a backup plan. So let's just clarify. What are you... I feel like your plan may not work because somebody else has already warned people or told people, hey, like, you know, maybe get a second opinion on this. What are you intending on having here? What are you trying to get or do? Change. So you're trying to change something. That's not going to work. All right, let's clarify what you're trying to change. What is going on here? What is the current state of something? Oh, you're trying to change people's viewpoint or how they view a scenario. You want people to view... Okay. What are we looking at here? So this is the thing. I'm going to say why. I'm going to say why you came out as mystery. I am going to tell you what you're hiding. So you have connectivity. This is the 8 of Swords to me in most cases, but it's... First of all, you're hiding that one thing is connected to another, right? So if you're trying to change people's perspective, there is a reason for that. That's connected to something else. That's number 1. Number 2 is you have the same perspective on something. It's the way that you have a closed mindset. So you're trying to change how somebody else views a scenario because you view it that way. All right, so what are we looking at? What is the situation that we're observing? It's because you view it that way. Transition, that came on the Aries reading. So you're either observing like, okay, somebody leaving something behind. How do people view leaving something behind here? It could be physically, like somebody got up and moved. Oh, self-love. You want somebody to view like leaving, I don't know if they're leaving you behind, moving on, moving states, moving jobs. You want people to view that as selfish. All right, or a person, you want that person to view it as selfish, but that's how you view it. So I want to say this, Taurus, you guys are, it says happy birthday. Who birthday is it? All right, but you guys are a fixed sign, so you're a Taurus, you're fixed energy. So if you want something to stay the same, you may I don't know. I'm trying to think of like Taurus energy. They will stay at a job for a very long time, or like they'll stay in the same location for a very long time. That's typically how fixed signs move. So I feel like you're like, no, that's selfish. You're leaving me behind, or you're moving on, or why would you leave? Why would you relocate? You view that as selfish. All right, how do other people view this, or how does this person view it here? So you're not, if you're wondering, you are not going to change somebody's mind. If you're trying to convince somebody to stay in the same place or whatever that situation is, they're not, I don't think that's going to work. So how do they view this? All right, strength. They feel like they have the ability to do it. I feel like too, somebody feels like it's constant. You're always going to have to elevate, move on, change. But you want to change how you want somebody to view this differently. They're not. So I'm just letting you know. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Taurus? Yeah, personality. So I feel like you need to speak up on this or have a conversation about it, because what are you doing that you're trying to change how something looks? Like, what are you doing other than speaking up about it? Because it's like you feel like you're stuck, or you keep constantly thinking about it. What are you doing instead of speaking up? Maybe you're acting out, or maybe you're, okay, ambition. Maybe you're just focused on work. And again, like you're trying to change how something looks, or you keep trying to, it's the actions that you're taking. You keep repetitively doing the same thing, or maybe you're only focused on your career and you'd like to take your mind off of how you feel or something like that. What part of your personality do you need to tap into here, Tauruses? And then we'll see the outcome. Yeah, voice. You're not speaking up, or you're not sharing what it is. So it's like you're, I don't know, you're like, oh, this is selfish, or I feel like too, say you're doing something, say you're moving on from something. You're trying to let somebody like, no, I'm doing this out of self-love. I'm doing this because I care about myself, or it's self-preservation. But other people may view it as like it's a repetitive cycle. You keep doing something over and over again, or you're trying to flex, like maybe you're trying to say you're stronger than somebody or something like that. If there's a Leo involved, other people may view something like, no, a Leo has influenced you to do that. You wouldn't do that. A Leo is making you do that, or a Leo has convinced you to do that. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Tauruses? And then we're going to go on to Gemini. What's the outcome here? Resistance, pride, and love. Yeah. All right, that was Taurus. It's funny that men, they always try to joke and ask me about like sports with tarot. It's like, that's what you want to ask? You want to ask me about LeBron James? Like, what? You could ask anything in the world. You don't want to ask about your own life? All right, so let's see. Let me write this down real quick for Taurus. Gemini's next. Let me timestamp it again. If you're on TikTok, thank you for sharing the live, by the way. If you're on TikTok, it'll be up on YouTube timestamped. All right, I may not finish all the signs in this video, just a heads up. So for my late signs, I will do it later for you guys. Hey, welcome. All right, Geminis. Let's see. What's the energy surrounding my Geminis? What's going on for the Geminis here? Okay, transition. Maybe this is going to be the center of the reading. All right, so somebody moving on, changing their mindsets. But let's see what the starting point is with transition. What's the starting point? Okay, the strength. All right, so Leo energy or like a repetitive cycle. Okay, moving towards what? Or literal strength, like literal physical strength, or somebody's strengths versus their weaknesses. What are we transitioning to? Okay, guidance. All right, the Three of Cups. What is somebody guided to do here? Change, yeah. All right, so yeah, somebody's doing something repetitive. They always repeat the same cycle, or something was always that way. They're being guided to change that part of themselves. All right, what role do you play here, Geminis? Okay, you're resisting. You may be resisting change, but what else are you resisting here, Geminis? Vision. You're like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't believe in that, or I don't want to see that. Okay. With resistance and vision, the thing about it is that combination is a little different than connectivity, right? Like the Eight of Swords would be like you genuinely you can't see it, or like you just have a certain perspective that you've been stuck with for a long time. But you, in your case, you can see it, and you don't. I feel like you don't want to believe it, or you don't want to view it that way. Resisting vision. What don't you want to see clearly here? Or maybe you're trying to resist envisioning something for yourself. I hope not, but thank you for the follow, by the way. What are you resisting looking at, observing, seeing? Okay, you got voice and versatility. Okay, you don't want to see what somebody is saying something about women here. They're saying something about women or creativity. You don't want to see it that way. You don't want to believe in that, or you don't want to see where somebody is coming from. Why are you resisting that? Damn, resistance again. Okay, I feel like you just don't want to agree with somebody. What energy should you be in here? What energy should you be in? Okay, you have order. It's time to get some. So first of all, it's time to get something in order for yourself. What do you need to put first here, Geminis? And then we're going to get... It's like you don't want to... You know that this is true, though. Whatever somebody's saying, you know it's true. Okay, personality. If this is within yourself, you need to admit this to yourself. What other part of your personality here? Because you're like, no, that's not true. Or you got spirituality. Yeah, connectivity. It's the way you view something. It's the way you view something. I feel like you know that a part of you is like a religion or a spiritual belief system has you in a trap mindset. You know that already. Okay, I feel like this has to deal with the role of women, especially if it's religion. I feel like it has to deal with the role of women or femininity, or if it's not, that is the ability to create something or learn something. What is your trap perspective when it comes to like it has something to do with religion, but what is your trap perspective? You view it, okay, something about changing. Okay, and peace. So it has some, so that's why the center of your reading is transition, but that could be what it is. Maybe somebody's like, yeah, something has changed and you just don't want to see it that way. It has changed. You can visibly see this, Gemini. So I can't stress that enough. You already know what I'm talking. It's like you would know what I'm talking about right now, but you're like, no, I don't believe in that. No, that's not true. Or no, I don't see it that way, but you do. You already do. It's like you know something is true. You just don't want to agree with it. It's like you purposely don't want to agree with something. Can't make it up. You see she blindfolded. It's right there. It's like you're choosing not to see something. All right, the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Star card. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. I feel like, too, if you're not dealing with an Aquarius, Aquarius rules groups of people and it is Saturn ruled, right? So if we're talking about spirituality, large groups of people believe in the same religions because that's what they're taught or that's how they're raised, or, you know, something like, even if it's not religion specifically, it could just be a belief system. It's like you refuse to see that even though it's right there. It's very clear. All right. Yeah, the world change. You don't want something to be over. And it's like, no, nobody. I feel like that rule does not apply to people anymore. And you don't want to see it that way. All right, you got Ten of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah, there's the Eight of Swords. You're like, no, I don't want to see it that way. It causes a trap mindset. I'm also getting too, I don't know if anybody's dealing with, now when I get the Justice and the Eight of Swords, I haven't pulled this in a very long time. If there's anything dealing with like jail or something, like where somebody's legally caught up, it would be like you not wanting to see the part that you played in that. But that just depends on what this is about. Let's see. But that's, yeah, what is the cause of this trap mindset with spirituality? I didn't pull. Y'all saw me pull this again. It's resistance. It's the same card. Y'all saw me shuffle. You're not, you don't want to see it. I don't. Who's saying this? Because you have voice. Who's saying this here? It's like somebody's telling you this, or you see it all over the place. Maybe you see somebody talking about it. You just don't agree with it. Who's saying this to you? Or, okay, you got innovation and self-love. What is this person able to create for themselves? They're able to create something here. Style. I feel like somebody's creating their own thing or doing something on their own. If it has anything to do with a Cancer, they're doing something on their own. You just don't want to agree with it. I don't, like, what would you rather see? Like, what, I'm trying to figure out, what did you used to believe? Okay, fight. Maybe you feel like something is conflicting, or you feel like that, oh, that's a distraction, or you're distracted. It's like, this would be like, yeah, you know, I did this on my own. I was able to create this, blah, 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 but you don't believe in that. This could also be manifestation. Maybe somebody's talking about that. Somebody's like, yeah, I created this, or I came up with this idea, and you'd be like, well, not without God. Or like, or something like that. I mean, if that was the case, like, billionaires and rich people would be a lot more religious. So you can create anything. You can create a business, or, but it's like you don't agree. I don't know. That's all right. But I mean, I'm not going to repeat it too much no more. You can, you know, but you don't see. You know it. So there's nothing else to tell you at this point. It's like if somebody says something on social media today, it's going to trigger you. You're like, I don't know if that's the case, or I don't know if that's true. If you go through that energy, or you go through that, that is the opinion that you need to see. That is the thing that needs to open up your mindset. What is the outcome here for you? Yeah, superstition. Something may not even be real at all. Or, yeah, like could be a superstition. What could be, you might be worried or nervous because you're like, I don't want to change how I view this, or it's okay. You're able to change it on your own, but what's fake here? It's like a fake rule, or you don't have to be worried about it, but you may be nervous or afraid of this. Here you got humor and defiance. Maybe you don't want to go against your community, your family. I feel like, too, there's a superstition about what will make you happy. Superstition and humor. What might you be worried about here or overthinking? Yeah, voice. You don't want, you just don't, I don't know what somebody's saying, but you is just not trying to agree at all. So maybe somebody's trying to tell you about yourself. I mean, that's the only time people don't want to listen, I guess. If it if it applies to you, it's like that's the one time people don't want to listen. So Cancer is next. Thank you, Alfonso. I appreciate that. All right. If y'all on TikTok, I'm also up on my YouTube channel. It'll be time stamped. Oh, I do read the chat, y'all. I'm not ignoring y'all. I do read the chat, but I be looking at the cards, so I'm not ignoring anybody on purpose. All right, Cancers. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. Is this charging? Let me see. Okay, there we go. He said, should you move out if you got the money to? If you can. If you can afford it, go ahead. All right, so let's see. What's the energy surrounding the Cancers here? What's the energy surrounding the Cancers? Okay, versatility, so creativity, doing multiple things, being skilled in multiple things, a level of comfort. This can also just be the Empress, so it could be an important female energy, feminine energy, a mother, a wife, things like that, daughter. Y'all, I can't even see sometimes. Let's see. Oh, you said because it was accurate. All right. Thank y'all for letting me know when it's accurate, too. I do appreciate the confirmation. All right. So what role do you play here, Cancers? Let's see. Okay, peace. You're calm. You're resting. You're not worried about something. You're not overthinking it. If anybody's cross-watching for a Cancer and you're wondering if they'll call you or talk to you or text you, no, they're not. Cancer is going to be quiet or calm. All right, what are you at peace with, Cancer? Let's see. You said you'll call it a phase. I wouldn't do that. Don't call it a phase. I would not call it a phase, especially with no boy, not no son. No. All right, what are you at peace with, Cancers? Yeah, resistance. So if you're dealing with a Gemini, you're like, oh well, they don't see it. Oh well, or something like that. What energy should you be in, Cancers? Let's see. What energy should you be in? Yeah, I mean, Geminis are stubborn. So, all right. So you guys should be in self-love. All right. I can list some Gemini examples. Okay. So you might you might want to nip it in the bud. All right, you got Kanye West, Donald Trump, Tupac. Who else is it? You might want to have a conversation about that. I don't know. I can't tell nobody how to raise their kid. I'm not. Nobody's a perfect parent. But Gemini energy is very strong. All right, but you should be in self-love, Cancers. What should you do out of self-love here? Make sure that you feel comfortable first in a scenario before other people. Just in this situation, and not to be all the time. You got fight. So right now you're at peace. I don't know. You might have to challenge something, or maybe you're trying to keep the peace or be nice. All right, but let's see what else you're supposed to do in self-love. Your daughter and Trump had the same birthday. Ooh, girl, you got two Geminis? Bless your heart, child. All right, you got focus, mood, and knowledge. This is what Aries is coming out as. Let's see. But make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're doing something comfortable for yourself. Make sure that you... I feel like, too, with focus and mood, if you realize what you don't like or what's triggering you, Do not have an emotional outburst, like control your emotions. All right, this could be a scenario where somebody's trying to make you feel regretful or maybe make you feel shame. Don't, don't do that. All right, let's see. Okay, Six of Wands, something is successful. I feel like somebody is like, hey, like somebody's going to tell another individual, like, this is successful in public, like they're saying it in front of people. So somebody's going to give somebody like credit where credit is due. All right, the High Priestess, there's a Three of Cups. Okay, so intuition is there. All right, so that's good. I always like when I pull the High Priestess, that means we're on the right track. Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, here's the Judgment, and then the King of Cups. Literally, if you're wondering, do something solo or make sure you are comfortable. So let's see what's gonna, it looks like you need to hear that because something is going to make you think you shouldn't. What's the High Priestess know here? What's our intuition telling us? Okay, we got passion. Yeah, change. Somebody wants you to change what you're doing to make yourself feel comfortable. What might somebody tell you to make you, like, what are they trying to get you to do? Okay, skill. Somebody now, skill is a Libra card to me. Maybe somebody wants you to work with a Libra or do something with a Libra. I'm also getting two. This is Libra rules relationships, right? So somebody's like, no, that's not fair, or think about other people or think about me. But I feel like just in this scenario right now, you have to make sure that you're comfortable first and foremost. That's your reading. It's very clear, it's very straight to the point. All right. Yeah, see, fluidity. Somebody's like, no, like, experiment with this. But I feel like if you're in self-love, you already know what will make you feel comfortable. Yeah. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Cancer? That was pretty simple. Yeah, you got dominance, mystery, and pride. Yeah, what's the Six of Wands? What are we doing out of pride here? Somebody may even tell you, like, hey, you're being egotistical, or hey, you're showing off. But if they're telling you that, I feel like in this scenario, that's not what this is. You're literally doing something yourself. What might somebody say you're doing out of pride or ego? You got finesse, rebellion, and personality. Somebody's trying to, yeah, don't, I'm also going to say this. If you switch up in front of people or you have an inclination to show off or change what you're doing, don't do that just because people are around. Don't do something to fit in. But I feel like somebody's trying to tell you, like, oh no, that part of your personality is wrong and you're acting different or blah, blah, blah. But make sure you're just in self-love and keep that to yourself. But you do have the High Priestess coming out. So either you or someone else will follow their intuition with the information that you're given here. The readings are actually pretty clear when I do them early in the morning. I need to start doing that more. I do have to get off in an hour though. I'm not rushing, but I've been up for a long time, guys. My sleep schedule is crazy. I really should have went to the gym, but all right, let's see. We're gonna do Leo next. What? Oh, if you want to see the Gemini reading, it's back at 34 minutes, y'all. These are general. Oh, I'm not monetized just yet. I'm not monetized just yet. But thank you for wanting to give me a gift. I appreciate that. My Cash App is in my bio, but I'm not monetized yet. I'll probably be monetized in like a week. All right, y'all, Leos. I think I got 1,000 more hours, and then there's like a lag because they have to review the hours and stuff like that or whatever. All right, so let's see, Leos. What's the center of the reading for my Leos? What's the situation? Self-esteem. Okay, what might trigger self-esteem here? This may not be you, but so this is the energy where somebody will feel left out, different, maybe isolated. What might make somebody feel left out here? What's going to trigger self-esteem? Okay, vision. This could be the Gemini. They were resisting seeing something, but literally something is going to bother somebody that, like, what they see here. Okay, what are we seeing? The truth. All right, that's, hey, all right. Okay, the truth about what? Peace. That was Cancer. Okay, so if you're a Leo dealing with a Cancer, their advice was self-love. You may not like that. Or somebody seeing the truth about, okay, peace, humor distracts from spirituality, self-esteem, and skill. All right, we'll see what this is. So basically, somebody, like literally, if you find out like a Cancer is chilling, they're at peace, they're calm, they're not worried about something. Somebody may be offended by that, like, no, they should care or they should be worried or whatever. What role do you play here, Leos? Just depends. Yeah, guidance. So I feel like you're listening to something. All right, what are you being guided by? I feel like too, you fit in, somebody else does not. So this would be an energy of you fitting in, or you get along with these people, or you fit into the group. But what are you being guided by here? Or listening to? Okay, knowledge. Knowledge came out as Aries if you're dealing with an Aries. All right, if not, somebody is knowledgeable, or this is information that you already have. What are you being guided to do here? Okay, potential. All right. Okay. What other energy should you be in with the information that you're receiving, Leos? Okay, respect. I feel like you need to have respect for what somebody is saying here. All right, this could be a Taurus reading too. This is a Taurus, whatever. Maybe you need to deal with a Taurus, but you need to have respect for a scenario. What else do you have respect for here? What are you going to follow? Like, what rule are you going to follow? Okay, you got defiance and versatility and in order. All right, let's see. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'll clarify it. But at the end of the day, somebody is going to be offended or bothered by seeing the truth. All right, so let's see. So you got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the Five of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. Something is repetitively disrespectful, or something is repetitively like hateful. Okay, Knight of Cups, Four of Cups, the Death card, Five of Cups. There's the Chariot. The Chariot came out as peace. We got like there's stagnation and there's regret. There's some sort of loss, and then there you go in the end. I feel like you're waiting to hear. Are you waiting to hear something about a Cancer? You know, that's rhetorical. So if there's a Leo here, you don't have to tell yourself. But it's like, I don't know. What are you... What's repetitively going on right here? It's like something is repetitively breaking a rule. Yeah, you got passion, transition, and peace again. So this is another thing too. Don't give up. Like if somebody is inspired to do something, the truth about peace, I feel like, is that somebody's actually not taking action. What is somebody at peace with, or what do they stop paying attention to? And that's the pattern that somebody has. They get inspired and they stop. Oh, I said that. Yeah, resistance. I said that a couple of days ago, I think, for Leo. Y'all keep getting inspired to follow an idea or something like that, and then you stop. What's the regret here? What do we regret doing? Versatility. What does somebody wish they would have done? healing. I'm going to say this. Something's repetitive, but if it's versatility, somebody's repetitively getting pregnant or having children, or somebody keeps creating the same outcome for themselves over and over again, but they need to heal. What is the underlying issue? The issue that needs to be healed here? Okay, leadership. If this is you, Leo, you're in guidance. The person that you're listening to, what does that person have knowledge about? What do they know? Because I don't know. Resistance and vision. That I literally just said that about Gemini. Okay, wait. Let's slow down. Okay. Whoever, it's hard to explain, but it's like whoever you're listening to, it would be like you're listening to me and I literally just told you about that Gemini reading. They don't want to see something clearly. They know better, but they don't want to see it. So there's something here where we don't want to see the truth. That's offensive, or that's hurting our feelings, or that's bothering us. I feel like if the person you're listening to is the individual that is resisting seeing something clearly, I wouldn't listen to that person. You keep repetitively listening to somebody, but they don't want to see things for what they are. I'm also getting to, if there's a scenario where somebody is, like, say you know somebody doesn't see something clearly, or they don't want to listen, or they don't want to observe their patterns, the person who's an authoritative figure over that, they just let it happen. What does this need to be healed into? Pride. You know what, too? I'm getting to, like, everybody cannot come along. Because leadership here is like, okay, I want to bring people with me. I want to teach people. I want to teach them how to do it. Somebody has to leave people behind with pride. And I know that sounds messed up, but somebody can't bring everybody along. What does somebody want to lead here, or kind of like teach people to do? You can't, somebody cannot bring everybody with them. All right, you got sexuality, voice, and truth. I guess the person's like, hey, like, don't y'all see this? Or you have to leave people behind. All right, what's the outcome for you, Leos? And then we're going to move on to Virgo. Yes, self-love, angel, connectivity, and resistance, and personality. We just talked about Cancer needing to love themselves. All right. Okay. Virgo is up next. Let's see what's going on for y'all. Yes, y'all, I will timestamp this at the end, guys. I'm going to timestamp it after I'm done. Aries is at 4 minutes. Taurus is at 21. Gemini is at 34. Cancer is at 45. And now we are on Leo. I'm sorry, we're on Virgo. So Leo's at 53. We're on Virgo. Also, the late signs, I do have to leave in 1 hour. So if I'm not at your sign, then I'll be back. All right, so what's the scenario surrounding the Virgos here? Okay, order, so getting things organized. All right, maybe this could be budgeting, scheduling something, event planning, things like that. All right, but what do we need to put first in this scenario? What do we need to put first here? Self-esteem again. Okay, so maybe admitting that we don't know something. All right, maybe admitting that we don't have all the answers. make sure that you have high self-esteem no matter what scenario you're in. Like, make sure that if you're, you know, standing out or you're different, you have to be okay with that. What role do you, what role do you play here, Virgos? Okay, inspiration. You could have Aquarius placements, or you are inspiring somebody here. What are you inspiring someone to do? So you are inspiring someone. What are you inspiring them to do here? Okay, passion. Now if it's something, you know, y'all are grown, so if it is something sexual, you're literally turning somebody on, but I feel like you could be inspiring somebody to be creative. Yeah, passion, versatility. There's self-love again. So I don't know if there is a Cancer involved. You are inspiring them to love themselves, or you're inspiring somebody to create something on their own. I'm also getting like with the creativity thing, you could be an inspiration for somebody to learn how to do something, right? Like painting, drawing, music, anything like that. Yeah, dominance and healing. What are you doing to inspire this? Okay, it's something that you're saying. All right, what are you talking about? What are you discussing? So your words are going to be an inspiration. All right, so you got respect, focus, and innovation. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm focused on this. That's going to inspire somebody else to focus on their own self. All right, the readings are pretty straightforward today, but if you're talking about, yeah, I'm going to focus on blah, blah, blah. All right, there's the high priestess, so that's intuition. I guess that's why it's straightforward. But if you're like, yeah, I'm going to take my time and focus on this, I'm going to create this, somebody else is like, okay, well, all right, let me use my energy, or let me channel my energy to do this, that, and the third. All right, so let's get 8 cards for the Virgos. Let's see. Okay, you got 8 of Pentacles, the Moon, the Queen of Pentacles, a Star. There's Aquarius. So you're... when I pull inspiration, I always, not always, but I do get this card with it. So that's my Aquarius card. But in this case, you're going to be the Star card today. Unless you're dealing with an Aquarius. So yeah, what you're talking about here, you're like, okay, I only have respect for this person, or I'm giving energy or time, effort to this, this situation, this job, this career path, or I'm going to put energy into maybe this person, this woman, something like that. Somebody's going to notice a pattern with that. You're going to inspire somebody to break a cycle because of what you're doing. All right, you got the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and then the 3 of Pentacles. All right, the signs that are out, you got Cancer, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Maybe I don't know if you're inspiring a Sagittarius or not, but what is the old perspective here? Because we have the Ace of Swords, but what's the old perspective? Okay, hustle. So somebody may also think like, they assume that we're gonna like partner up or something like that. Maybe you end up doing something on your own, you know. All right, so what's going to be the new perspective here? Maybe you're like, yeah, I built this by myself, or I use my own resources, or blah, blah, blah. Maybe somebody is always like, damn, I thought people needed like an investor for that, or I thought they needed to be like a business partner for that, but you did that on your own, or, you know, something like that. All right, what's their new perspective here? Interesting. Love, the Queen of Cups. Okay. Maybe somebody also thinks that something is the fruit of like money, but they view something as love. Okay. All right. Maybe they also realized they were doing something out of love, because the inspiration is self-love. They may realize, they may have thought they were in something together, and then they're like, wait, I'm the one that's kind of making sure that you're okay, or making sure another individual is okay. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Virgo? Yeah, okay, so you have connectivity and peace. If there's anything you keep thinking about here, you don't have to consider that anymore. What do you keep thinking about with connectivity? But I think you're fine. There's nothing you have to worry about. Oh, you keep thinking about Angel, Sagittarius. That's what you keep. Okay, I pull. Oh, Okay, let me figure that out. I didn't think that was going to come out like that. All right, so you keep thinking about a Sagittarius. Maybe you feel trapped dealing with a Sagittarius, or all right, what is their role here? What is a Sagittarius to you? Dominance. What do they dominate? What are they controlling? I don't think they're controlling you, but defiance and truth. Okay, so they see the truth. What is the truth here? All right, focus. Yeah, focus and self-love. Maybe that's what they see. Maybe they're like, okay, bet you're focused on yourself. Maybe they're like, okay, I need to focus on myself. But you keep, okay, so why do you keep thinking about Sagittarius energy? Connectivity. Maybe they're directly connected to something else. What is this person's energy? Maybe you have to. Maybe you're... I don't know. What are you connected to, or what are they connected to? Okay. Excuse me. Guidance. Okay. I don't know. They're in your reading though. Okay, I don't know. I might have to do Sag later. I don't know if I'll get to Sagittarius in case you're dealing with one. If you're wondering, that's who you're inspiring, I guess. Let's see what else they're inspired to do. I know it's focused on themselves, but what else are they inspired to do? But I feel like you have a mindset. Okay, resistance. What are they resisting? I don't know if innovation. Okay, and strength and resilience. All right. They're like, it's not a good time to make something work. What else is the temperance doing? I don't know what they have to do with you, though. Because you're somewhere else. You're doing something else. Or something like that. All right, what is it? What is their energy with you? Because they keep coming out. All right, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. They're doing something. Oh, okay, Virgo, yeah. They're trying to be nice to you, but you don't care. They're trying to be generous or kind, or they're going to realize that they're doing something out of love for you, but you're not. You're kind of just watching them do it, or you're watching them be generous or kind or something like that. So maybe that's what it is. They're like, okay, it's not working, or they don't care. They don't care that I'm being loving or nice. You're just sitting there watching them and you don't care or something like that. All right, what's the outcome for you, Virgos? Fight. Okay, what's the what? Okay, what's the conflict about? Defense. What's blocked out? An opportunity. Don't get distracted. Don't block out an opportunity by being distracted. What do you have an opportunity to do for yourself? Because this is your reading, but what do you have an opportunity to do for yourself? Personality. Are you not, because that was the first time I pulled the Hermit. You're not, your card. Okay, what part of your personality do you need to tap into for yourself? Oh, love? So you don't want to show love, or you don't want to be caring? You don't want to be loving? Okay, what do you... So who do you have love for? What do you want to do out of love here? This could be a chain reaction, like okay, but what do you want to do out of love here? Okay, you got power, and who do you want to do something out of love for? It could be an Aquarius with the star card coming out so much. But what do you want to do? Who do you want to do this out of love for? You got transition and emotions. Yeah, maybe you need to tap into how you feel. All right. All right, so that's the part of your personality is love. Maybe you need to, I mean, maybe you're trying to pretend like you're not very loving or caring or something like that. I'm also getting to love can be it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be like, okay, these are the type of people I like to hang with, be around. This is the type of stuff I like to explore. These are the type of hobbies I like to do, so you'll be around that person or something like that. Okay. Libra is next. We might make it to Sagittarius because it's early. I'm doing these readings kind of quick. I wasn't doing them quick on purpose. All right, Libra is next. Let's see. We could probably, got about an hour left. I'll probably get to at least Sagittarius or Capricorn. All right, let's see. Libras. What's the energy surrounding the Libras here? What's the energy surrounding the Libras? Okay, finesse. All right, wait. First, let me take a little intermission. I'm gonna go to the restroom because now we pull finesse. That's when the sneaky stuff comes out. So hold on, y'all. We're gonna need some time to get through. All right, y'all. Okay, I might be able to finish all these signs. If I can finish them, then I'll do another video later. All right, but let me change the timestamp too. Okay, Libra, you got finesse. So typically if it's finesse, that's my Seven of Swords card. It could be sneakiness or like trying to do something that doesn't work. But we'll clarify. So what are we trying to get here with finesse? What's the intentions? Okay, strength. We're planning for something to be repetitive. If there's a person involved, we would rather have that Leo there, or we're trying to do something with this Leo. Okay, what's actually happening or what's actually occurring here? Inspiration, literally the opposite. Like, so this is Leo, this is Aquarius. All right, so literally whatever somebody is trying to get or do or have, they are literally getting the exact opposite. If these are people, if somebody wants a Leo, they're going to have to deal with an Aquarius. If somebody's trying to keep something to themselves, like, because Leo is a card of self, the entire group sees it. Again, Virgo just came out as inspiration. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo, but if the Virgo is intending on a certain outcome, they're actually inspiring somebody. All right, so let's see. What role do you play here, Libras? Your resistance as well. So Gemini also had resistance. But let's see what you're resisting. So what are you resisting, Libra? Your intuition. You're resisting your own intuition. Before I even continue, whatever comes out in this reading, you may not want to hear what's in the reading, just to, I'll give that disclaimer, but I feel like you're resisting your own intuition. You got instinct, sexuality, and truth. What is your intuition telling you to do here, Libras? This is an energy where you're like, I know I should do blah, blah, blah. But what is your intuition telling you? That was the next card. Dang. Sexuality, self-love. All right, so I literally just said that Cancer needs to love themselves. What does somebody want you to do instead? It was Libra. Your card came out. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, they should make sure that they're comfortable. They should consider themselves first. Or, yeah, there's vision and voice again. What other energy should you be in, Libras? Okay, so there's resistance there. So what should you resist? I don't think you should resist your own intuition, but all right, what should you resist here? Let's just clarify that. Vision. So yours is opposite than Gemini's. You're resisting your intuition. Somebody wants you to see something their way, but your intuition is going against it. Yeah, defense and finesse. Exactly. A plan is not working, but somebody's like, no, look at this plan. It is working. Or I feel like, too, somebody wants you to not notice finesse. They want you to not notice that something's not working. They want you to not notice that something is sneaky or like trickery. You know something's off. You already know that, like, something's off. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. You know somebody's sneaking, tricking, lying, or something like that. You know it. You can see it or you feel it. So this is a thing too. I'm going to say this with resistance and vision. This is something that you know, but you can't prove. All right, you may not have evidence of it, but you're like, nah, something is off about this. I don't. Now, the Nine of Swords, maybe you're thinking about it. You feel it. You had a dream about it, something. Who is this? Libra. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, you got the 9 of Pentacles, the Death card. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Yeah, the 10 of Cups. That's a group of people. See, the plan was to keep something a secret or something to be isolated, but it changes and now there's a bunch of people. That's what I said in the beginning. So everybody can see something. Something was supposed to be isolated or closed off. That could be why you're like, that's weird. All right, you got the 9 of Wands, the Hierophant. Yeah, the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and then the 3 of Swords. Yeah, you got 999. Maybe you're the only one that has this feeling. You're the only one that can see it. The signs that are out are Scorpio and Taurus. It's like, no, you don't see that. You don't see that. That you don't have any evidence. You didn't see it happen. But you're like, yeah, but that doesn't make sense. What's your energy down here in these 8 cards? Do not resist your intuition. What is your energy down here? Okay, fluidity. Don't experiment with anything. You don't need to change what you're thinking. What are we worried about here with the 9 of Swords? I feel like, too, something's designed to, like, worry about something concrete. You're not following the laws. You're not following the rules and regulations, but your intuition goes against that or something. But what are we worried about? Like, that rule or regulation doesn't make sense. Like literally, I can't stress this enough. Somebody's like, no, don't pay attention to that. That has nothing to do with this. Or what are we worried about with the Nine of Swords? Yeah, defiance. Dominance and power. There's like somebody abusing power. How do you know to view this? You know something's a trick, but how do you know to view this here? Okay, there you go, Libra. This is your card. This is you. You got versatility and healing, so you may have completed something. What about yourself do you need to see, Libra? For yourself? Guidance. Yeah, you're listening to other people outside of yourself right now. How does somebody want you to view something? And it's like not, okay, humor. The Ten of Cups. Something's supposed to be, I got that for Leo. Something's supposed to be like a joke, funny. This is happy. What's supposed to be happy? Or like you're supposed to view like some sort of fantasy. What is supposed to be happy or laughter, or it's not a joke, or it's not really a good fantasy. All right, ambition. Maybe it's like a dream job, or you're always supposed to repeat the same things over and over again. There's supposed to be like a pattern. Yeah, mood. All right, but if you're resisting intuition, you will know something is off. Okay, so do not. This is general. If you're just now joining or you're new to watching me, we go in order of the zodiac. So we're on Libra right now. Oh Lord. Okay, so yeah. Don't change what you're doing. Don't ignore your own intuition. That's interesting. What's the outcome for you, Libras? And then we're going to do Scorpio. As self-esteem, angel, intuition. Don't feel like offended. Maybe you're the only one that believes something. All right. You're going to be on TV, hopefully for something good. Hopefully for good reasons. All right, let's see. Scorpio. Normally readings are a little more in depth. I'm surprised that I'm getting through them that quickly. I didn't think that I was going to be able to finish everything. You have a crush on me? It'll go away. Don't worry. I'm mean. It's like, no, I'm not that mean. I'm just playing. All right, Scorpio. What's the energy surrounding the Scorpios here? What's the situation surrounding the Scorpios? No, we didn't do Capricorn yet. I might not get to Capricorn because I do have to leave at 8:30. So I probably will only get to Sagittarius. If you're watching me on TikTok, this is up on my YouTube. And I did do Virgo at 63 minutes on YouTube. And I will timestamp it once I end the live. But I do have to go in 30 minutes. So I'm probably going to be able to do Scorpio and Sagittarius. All right, Scorpios. Let's see. What is the scenario surrounding my Scorpios? Okay, self-love. So that was the advice I gave to the Cancer. Thank you for the follow. So that's the advice I gave to the Cancer. You may have Cancer placements, but they know to put themselves first in a scenario, or somebody could already be doing that. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios? I may come back to you and do a second video, like maybe focus on career or something like that. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios? All right, personality. All right, so in this case, you're showing yourself off. You're talking about yourself. You're on display. If it's personality, we can see you. Now there is, hey there on Kick. There is a fine line between showing yourself and oversharing. So just, keep that in mind. But let's see. So what part of your personality are we able to see here, Scorpios? Resistance. Okay, resistance has been coming out a lot. Okay, what are you resisting? What are you resisting? Courage. Okay. And we got fluidity and sexuality. I feel like you're courageous, but you're holding back. Why would you resist courage? Okay, what energy do you need to be in? Let's see. What energy do you need to be in? It's the same color of your mom's. All right, let's see. What energy should you be in, Scorpio? Okay, change. Yeah, you are. That's what you rule. You might need to change this. If you're already courageous, don't hold back. Maybe other people around you are afraid, but what else are you currently doing with resistance? And then we'll see what you need to change it into. Okay, leadership. What do you need to change this into? Fluidity. Okay. If you're, oh, that could be why resistant courage is here. Maybe you're not ready to be in a leadership position because you're not like following through. If you're trying to initiate something, there's more information that you have to get. Okay, you got to experiment with something else. You got to learn something else. All right, it's not time, and it's no shade. I'm not telling you that you can't be a leader or whatever. You just can't. Right now, there's more information for you to get. You need to experiment more. You're not ready to initiate something or be the leader yet. I will also say this too, if there's another leader or something like that, you're following after them, I would get a second opinion with fluidity. All right, you need to experiment with other people. All right. All right, let's get 8 cards. I don't know why you're lying about me being your ex. What? Oh, you're saying this is about your ex. Okay. I was like, what? Who's your ex? All right, let's see. All right, so 8 cards. So if you're following after somebody, you need to change who you're following after. All right, you got the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. Somebody's doing something solo now. The Lovers. So somebody leaves like an entire group. They're going to go ahead and do something themselves. Literally, I just gave Cancer the advice to do self-love, to love themselves, the King of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. There's a 10 of Cups and then the Page of Cups. That's the center of this reading. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're cross-watching and you're like, is that Cancer going to do something for me? They are advised to do something for themselves. What's your energy down in these 8 cards? Yeah, you're doing something out of love here. Okay, what are you doing out of love? Or maybe you're romancing somebody or you're in love. But what are you doing out of love here, Scorpio? You got knowledge, hustle, and confidence. All right, so you could be giving, I feel like you're giving somebody money, making sure they have enough money here. Okay. What is leadership then? Who's in a leadership position? Oh, a Taurus. Okay, so a Taurus is in a leadership position or somebody opposite of you. It's not you. You need to stop listening to this Taurus. What are they leading you to do? So Taurus is your opposite sign, Scorpio. So it could really be somebody that's opposite of you or they are leading you to do something in the opposite direction in which you need to go in. What are they telling you to do or leading you to do? It's time for you to get another opinion or listen to other people. Yeah, potential in love. So basically the person is teaching you to do something that benefits them. Like somebody's not leading Scorpio to be like the best Scorpio for themselves or something like that. You're being led to do something out of love for this person or for this authoritative figure. What would you be doing? That's why self-love came out first. What else would you be doing for yourself without this leadership or without somebody telling you what to do? Yeah, perspective. You would view something differently. How do you currently view your scenario? Okay, order. So you feel like something's really organized. Maybe you feel like this person has organized things for you, helped you. Like that's how it's supposed to go. You know, you feel like something's going as planned. How would you view it on your own if you got like a second opinion or if you listen to other, you know, other people or something like that? How would you view this? Wow, defiance. Something's completely disorganized. It's completely going against the grain. What is it? Okay, what does it go against? Self-love. I can't make it up. Literally, it would go against you making a decision for yourself. I feel like, too, you might realize, like, somebody's giving you some guidance and it makes them comfortable. It considers their emotions. They could be jealous or envious of the fact that you can do something on your own or that you could do something that makes you feel comfortable. You have the... They could also be so against that Cancer loving themselves or something like that. Like, somebody's so against you loving yourself or being comfortable. All right, so that's your reading. These readings are pretty quick today. I don't know why they so quick. I'll come back and do some extra ones. Let's see, it's 8 o'clock, so... Maybe it went by quick because I gave myself a time limit. I woke up early, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been up for a long time. All right, I'm going to do Sagittarius, guys. My Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces people, I'm sorry. I gotta go. But I will do a video for y'all later. And then depending on like what's going on later tonight, then I might do a second video and maybe focus on like career or focus on... I try to steer away from love readings because I don't want people to have like spiritual psychosis when it comes to romance and stuff. So I'll make a poll on my YouTube and y'all tell me what kind of reading y'all want. So I'll make the poll and we'll see. Because I've been doing them general lately. So, all right, Sagittarius. Let's see here. All right, what is the scenario for my Sagittarius is? Let's see. What is the scenario? You said, what do I do when I see crazy stuff, like health stuff? I tell people, I don't... it depends on what it is. For the most part, I say stuff. People will get offended anyway. So even if it's a normal reading, people will still... That's not me. That's not true. So I might as well say it. You say everybody freaks out when you read palms. I mean, people freak out over everything nowadays. Shoot, they'll freak out if you have an opinion on anything, so you might as well do it. All right, Sagittarius. What's the situation for my Sagittariuses? All right, potential. Okay, let's see. What is something now? Potential to me can also be the Page of Pentacles, like actually getting a message, an email, looking through something, researching something, but... We'll see what else it has a potential to become. What does something have the potential to be here? You can physically see it. You have it in your hand or, you know. Let's see. What does it have the potential to become? Okay, knowledge. All right. I read Aries had knowledge anyway. You came out in in Aries reading. So, all right. So potential and knowledge, something has a potential for you to grow or you're able to see some, observe it, and see what's going on. All right, what role do you play here, Sagittarius? Okay, emotions. All right, so don't get triggered. Try to manage your emotions. I think yesterday you were managing them, so hopefully you can continue doing so. All right, what might trigger your emotions, Sagittarius? Okay, defense. Something is blocked. Okay, what's being blocked out? Strength. Okay, you're not, if you're trying to repeat something, you're not going to be able to do it the same way. You're going to have to switch it up, but you're going to get emotional because a Leo is blocked out. Huh? What energy should you be in, Sagittarius? Somebody's going to reject a Leo or block out a Leo or stop something from being repetitive, or like maybe you know a Leo and you're like, they're stopping that Leo or they're blocking that Leo or rejecting something. Okay. What role, I mean, what energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? What energy should you be in? Superstition. You should be concerned about something, or you should, uh-oh, I don't want to rush through this. You should be concerned. You should actually think about something. Okay, let's see. Okay, what should you be concerned about? Resistance. Who had resistance? Oh. Oh, that's cool. What was that? I don't know what that was. Oh. What? Okay. I don't know what that was. Anyway, yeah, you need to be concerned about resistance. I think Gemini have resistance. So you shouldn't resist. What's being resisted here? Okay, transition. Oh, intuition. Okay. Don't resist following your intuition. And then guidance. This is, okay, so I'm going to explain this. Like, I'm a Sag, right? So this would be like me not wanting to do readings anymore. Like, don't trust that. Or if somebody else is resisting that, don't trust that energy. Don't trust that person. Why wouldn't somebody want you to follow your own instincts? I think Libra had resisting intuition too. If this is you, do not resist your intuition here. Calm down. Like, don't let your emotions block what you already know. What is your intuition guiding you to do? And I'm going to get 8 cards. Or what is your intuition telling you about yourself, this scenario? Okay, you got resilience. Okay, so you're going to be able to handle something. Okay, something's easy to handle. Yeah, there's the blockage. That's what, something's going to make you emotional. Maybe you shouldn't watch it or read it or do it in the moment. Okay. I know I'm going to have to do a Sag bonus. Okay, so here's the 8 of Cups. That could easily be transition. Yeah, the 9 of Swords. But you should feel like something's off. You're like, wait, so that could be your intuition. If something is off, you don't trust something, you're nervous. You need to pay attention to that. All right, Ace of Cups, 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. The Death card, did they come, did Scorpio have resistance? And then the 4 of Wands. What? You should be in superstition. You should care. What's your energy down here in these 8 cards? You should be nervous. You should consider something. You should not. Okay, versatility. So there's like comfort here. Don't just rush to do something. You shouldn't automatically assume, like, you should not be courageous and then just jump off the ledge here. What is the death card? You should actually not trust something. What's the death card? Determination or focus. Okay, what are they focused on? Or if this is you, what are you focused on? Maybe you're trying not to be anxious. Okay, humor. Maybe if you're not trying to be, if you're trying your best to like not be anxious, it's almost like you should feel that anxiety. You're not, like, we talk about emotions a lot. You're not going to be happy all the time, but it's like, okay, don't resist your intuition. What might make you resist your intuition? What's going to make you resist that or block that? Or what might make you resist your intuition? Okay, vision, something that you see. Okay, so this, who did I say this to? Libra. So with Libra's reading, they were resisting their intuition and somebody's trying to get them to see something. So the way something appears, that's not really what it is. It's something you're looking at, but you're going to know that something is off. You know better than that. So what do you see here? What does it look like? And then we'll see what it really is. But what does something look like to you? Okay, ambition. Something can look like it's, I mentioned it's, something looks like it's repetitive or something looks like it's a pattern. Something can look like it's actually somebody's job or their career, or something looks like somebody's being professional. It just depends on what you guys deal with. Or, okay, what does your intuition really tell you that it is? Virgo also rules ambition. You guys did come out in the Virgo reading, so it could be something with a Virgo. But what is your intuition telling you it actually is here? Manipulation. So you know it's manipulated. Okay. You know it's manipulated. You're like, okay, I see this. It looks like this is a pattern, or I see this for what it is. It's the way you're observing it. What is it manipulating you into doing or feeling? Something's manipulation, and that, you know that though. You're like, wait, this is manipulation. I know that's not real. Ambition. Let's see. All right, so what is it manipulating you into doing or feeling or thinking? Okay, connectivity. I feel like you, first of all, if you see a pattern or you think something's always going to be the same, it's not. I can't stress that enough. It's not going to, I feel like too, something is manipulating you into thinking a certain way. It's manipulating your perspective. What do you keep thinking, or what will be your trap perspective here? It's manipulating the way you look at it or the way you see it. Okay, rebellion. How will you be able to view this with an open mindset and with your intuition? How will you be able to view this with manipulation? Okay, we got leadership, order, and pride. All right, now we talked about the Scorpio reading. They had the wrong leader. I don't know if you're dealing with them or not, because you have this devil card. I mean, a death card. Yeah, so what you see, do not resist your intuition. You know better than how something appears. What are we looking at? You know it's manipulated. That's not really what it is. Okay, the Lovers. It could literally be a Gemini, or it could be... Okay. Yeah, you got the Queen of Wands and then the World. All right. How do you keep thinking it you looking at it? What do you think it looks like? Or when you're not following your intuition, what does this look like? The Knight of Swords. Okay, something could look like it's rushing in, or it's going really quickly, or Okay. What is your, okay, how will you view it with clear intuition? You think something's going to quickly change or like, okay. How will you view this with clear intuition? Interesting. The Three of Wands, more like waiting. So it looks like something's really fast or going really quickly, the Knight of Swords, but you're going to view it as the Three of Wands. You're going to be able to wait. What is the outcome of this here with the Knight of Swords that you think is going to occur? It's like you're watching something, you're like, okay, that's going to happen, or that's going to go by really quickly, or you're kind of assuming what the result will be. Yeah, you got the Two of Swords. What is this with your intuition? What's the outcome with your intuition? The Eight of Pentacles. All right. Let's see. What's the outcome of you following your intuition? That's odd. We're going to do a bonus. All right, but what's the outcome with your intuition, Sagittarius? Yeah, perspective. I feel like something's all perspective. All right, so the manipulation is to get you to be in a trap mindset. So that's what it is. If you have a trap mindset, maybe a negative one, something like that, don't go into something negatively. First, you have to get your mindset in order. Just know that literally whatever you're looking at, before you do anything, you have to go into it like, wait, hold on. This is, I already know this is manipulating me. I already know this is to make me think differently. I already know I shouldn't think that way. Like, you have to go into it like that. All right. What is the outcome for you if you're able to follow your intuition, Sagittarius is? And the concern overall is do not resist following your own intuition. So don't follow out. I know you're listening to me, but sit with yourself, sit with your own like energy, try to figure out what the best scenario is for you first. All right, you're going to know not to resist your intuition. What is the outcome here for you if you're able to follow your instincts, Sagittarius? This looks like also, I will say, this is going to be a conscious decision to follow your intuition. This is not going to be something that's easy for you to do right now. All right, so what is the outcome for you, Sagittarius, of you following your intuition? Skill. All right, knowledge, self-esteem, and vision, and style. Okay, we'll figure that out later. All right, y'all, make sure you might want to watch the Libra reading. They were resisting intuition. If you're dealing with a Libra, maybe they don't want you to follow your intuition. Let me write that down. You should be concerned. And it's not like you should be worried. You should be concerned about resisting your own intuition. That's what it is. If you like, say you have an idea for yourself and you're like, yeah, I know that this will work. I know this is right. And somebody doesn't agree with that. I wouldn't really trust that individual. All right, but the center of your reading was emotions. Don't allow your emotions to block your intuition, like you know to do better or whatever. The only major arcana that came out was the death card, so you be dealing with a Scorpio. But I am going to do a bonus, guys, when I come back for Sagittarius. And I'm going to finish Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces later. And then I may do a second video later on. Just because, I mean, I wasn't rushing on purpose, but I'm going to put the poll up for you guys to tell me what readings you want. If you're on TikTok, watch me on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. Now, yesterday, I do want to point out real quick, hopefully the Sagittarius are still listening. Yesterday, you guys came out as yourself. You guys came out as a Temperance. All right, so continue to trust yourself. Today, something, I don't know, it may switch or whatever, but use whatever you did yesterday or whatever was going on yesterday for you as confirmation. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is gonna be hard for you to follow it. It's like you're gonna know you're right, but you wanna like not trust yourself. No problem. Toys. About saying that correctly. All right, y'all. I will be back.